Hello to all the cool junk journal kids out there. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I am going to be continuing on making junk journal covers from old books. I have already made about 7 of them. Let me show you. I'm basically making a whole collection here before I release them. So I'm working on a bunch of them all at the same time. Hey Betty, welcome. So these are the ones that I've made in my past lives. So these are all ready to have the book started on the inside. I'm ready to sew the signatures into these almost. There's these ones with this kind of spine. So I'm working, like I said, I'm working on these as a collection. So I'm going to have some of these that have the nice spine feature. Here's another one with the spine. Here's another one with the spine. I'm also going to do plain ones, just like these ones, just plain fabric. And I'm also going to do some on cardstock. So that's what I've been working on so far. So since I've got new fabrics, I'm going to work on some new covers using those fabrics. So I can't wait. Excuse me. Hi, Dawn, and hello, the Goddess Channel. River City, hi, and hi, Irene. Hi, Patricia. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So we're going to be working on maybe as many as 3 junk journal covers today, but I'm going to work on one at a time. So that way, as people come in, they might have a different question about the process. And I might be like, oh, I'm about to do it again. So that kind of does help. And for people that want to watch just a little bit of the video, I will get one done right off the bat. So that way you guys can see the whole process. You don't have to watch all 3 of them get made. But yeah, so I've got this book. And I'm trying not to rip through the cover here. But I'm also going to try and separate the book pages from the spine. I just cut it. Okay. I just cut it. Woo! That's pretty bad too. That's not good. Let's see. So this happens. Ooh, it just barely just nicked it. Okay. So I have been able to fix this before. So here is what we're going to do. Since that just happened, here's the rest of the book pages, which I actually bought the book for the book pages. So that's the project for another day. So we got to fix this. What I have been doing is using just strips of fabric. I'll just use a random strip of fabric to kind of cover it. But what I want to do is use one that I have already backed up with heat and bond. So let me see if that's, oh, that's in this bag. Okay, cool. So here's some fabric that already has heat and bond and a piece of packing paper. So it's basically what we're going to make right now. But I've already made it. So need to fix that, right? Yeah, we do. Where do we fix it? On the inside or on the outside? Well, we should do it on the outside. Let me get my glue. I have way too many of these glues now. I didn't notice how much of a hoarder I was. Look at me, you guys. I don't have a problem at all, you guys. I kind of just like pick one up every time I go. Here's one. I have a problem. I don't have a problem. Welcome, everybody. So let me get a piece of something. Here we go. This is a piece of heat and bond, the backing of it, just so that I have some where I can put glue on that I'm not scared about. And I do have my little sponge here. Oh, right. It might still have alcohol ink on it. So that's what that brown part, I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? But then I remembered. I just used that for alcohol ink. Oh yeah, my hands are good. It kind of, the ink that I had on my fingers kind of slowly faded away throughout the night. And by morning, my fingers are pretty much back to normal. Okay, so let me get size of this. And again, this is just from other covers. It's already basically the sandwich that we're about to make with the fabric, heat and bond, and then packing paper. So let's just go ahead and fix this right here. Just like that, and this kind of stuff happens. So I'm glad I was able to fix it. To me, that's fixed. All right. You can even fold in the fabric right there. Okay, well, maybe I need some more glue. Plus, it needs some more time. When we put the other fabric on top, it won't even, you don't even see it. Okay, so let's put the spine on. So when I've done these book covers before and I just cover them in fabric, the spine kind of goes like this. I don't know why, but it does. It shrinks down. So in order to avoid that, right, I know it's totally gone. Everything's gone. Everything's totally gone. I'm amazed too, and I forgot that it's like that, and I was afraid that I would have weird hands all day today, but I don't. So that's good. Let me just get this piece over here. Okay, so let me put this knife away so I don't hurt myself. So we have this book. And like I said, I want to make a spine for it. So this is a game board box cover. So it's just really nice, sturdy, easily sourced chipboard. And that's what I'm going to be using. And it's pretty much exactly the size that I need it to be. And we just got to see how thin it has to be. Okay, so let me get my cutter out. And this should be perfect. Let's lock it. Okay, perfect. So that is going to be our spine piece. I think I'm going to cut it by just a smidge. Just give me 1 second. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay, right there. Okay, so let's glue this into place. Got all this glue here. Don't want to have too much, not too little. Okay, so I'm going to have at least like a dozen junk journals before I restock my shop again. So at least I don't have to worry about that. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to release them. But of course, you'll see me making them as I go. Too much glue. Can that happen? Too much glue? Maybe. But it's good. Right here, I didn't have enough glue. But the rest of it is pretty much good. It just needed to dry. And like I said, I'm going to cover it with even more fabric. Okay, so there we go. So now we need to work on the actual cover. And you know what? I thought about it, and I think baby wipes will take the glue off my hands. Oh, they do. Thank goodness. I had this like theory. I'm like, I think baby wipes will help. Okay, good. Woohoo! Okay, so now we have the book cover. Wait, is there something underneath here? No, there's not. Wait, there must be. Oh, it's this cap. Okay, so this is the fabric I'm using. That's the front of it, more vibrant side. This is the back. And I am going to be kind of cutting down this fabric just a little bit. I want there to be pretty much like an inch on each side or so. And the rest I pretty much just want to cut off. So let's put this in the scrap bin now. So that is good still. Okay, perfect. And then over here, again, I want to have about an inch. It's a very hairy fabric. Okay, so there we go. There's really no size measurements because every book cover is different. But pretty much you want to have about an inch on each side. So that way you don't waste the heat and bond. And for this project, I am going to be using Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. Because I'm not going to be sewing on the cover. On this part of the cover anyway. So this is the one I'm using, Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. Again, because I'm not going to be sewing on it. If I was going to be sewing on it, then I would use my roll of Ultra Bond Light, which is what I'm going to use for the spine more than likely. But for now, I'm using the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. Okay, so I need to adhere this. We're going to adhere this Heat and Bond to the fabric. So we need to measure out how much of the Heat and Bond it is that we need. So let's move everything out the way. Okay, so I don't have the roll of Heat and Bond. I have it on a like foldable pack. I don't know. It's a little weird, but it's okay. Okay, so what is the difference between the light and the ultra? The Ultra Hold, the red one, it'll gunk up your needle if you sew through it. The light is not supposed to gunk up your needle. That is the difference. Well, that's the one difference I know of, actually. I don't know if there's other differences. That's the one difference I know. Now, for a long time, I was just using the red one and still sewing through it, but it was giving my sewing machine problems. And then somebody pointed out, hey, you're actually not supposed to sew through that. And I was like, oh, you're right. I shouldn't be sewing through this. So then that's when I learned, oh, we should be using this other stuff. Okay, so, oops, I need a new piece of parchment paper. Do I even have it? Where is it? Oh my God. Here is one. Might have to move it around as I go. So this is parchment paper, and this pretty much just protects my iron from the Heat and Bond pieces of glue that are here on the edges. Oh gosh darn it. I didn't know there was glue here. From past projects, sometimes there's glue on this paper. Oh, I could feel it. It's from past heat and bond projects. Hi Jill, welcome. Hola el chiste. Lo mismo que siempre, haciendo libros. My iron is hot. One moment. Just realized I had glue on this. Okay. Okay, so I need to have this to be at the hottest. Yeah, okay, it's at the hottest so far right now. Oh, gosh darn it. I ironed it upside down. No. I wonder if I could fix that. Is it too late? Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late. Gosh darn it. Guess it'll have a faded look. I ironed it on the wrong side of the fabric. It's still vibrant. It's just going to look a little bit more shabby chic than I planned. It's still a cute look, though. It's still a cute look. Hey, Christy. Hi, Carol. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. I'm keeping on with this whole thing I'm doing with all these junk journals I've been making. I've been altering at least 7 books already. At least 7 of them are pretty much ready to go on to the next step of actually becoming journals. Just putting a little bit of a crease in here if possible. Not really, but that's okay. There we go. See, I just repaired it. It lifted up a little bit right here, but I'm not even going to bother because it's going to be fixed when I put the rest of the fabric on. Okay, so, oops, I might have left it on there too long. I was talking and I got busy. Fingers are not working well tonight. Uh-oh, Lori. Hi, Lori. And Aristi's here. Hi, Aristi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, and I should have left you guys the link to the Ultra Bond. I think I have the heat, or to the Heat and Bond, I should say. I have links. Okay, here's the links to the Heat and Bonds that I'm referring to. There's 2 different ones right there, and you can check them out. They're also available at Michael's. No, yeah, they're at Michael's and Joann's, and they're also at Walmart. That's where I get mine usually. And I know it's like $2 less if you go to Walmart. But at least you know which ones I'm talking about. What kind of heat pad are you working to protect your desk? I have been able to find the exact one. It was sent to me by Crafty Arena. It just says Room Essentials. It just says Room Essentials. Iron backing. Oh my god, you guys. Freaking excuse me. Yeah, I'd have to ask Crafty Irene. I keep forgetting to ask her. But it was gifted to me. That's why I'm not sure what it's called. Excuse me. I think I gotta do it again. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I thought I put the mic back on. Sorry. I was saying I have to go buy a new sewing machine. Oh. Because I decided to try and get the extra thread out that was stuck in my sewing machine, and it's just... I moved something else, I guess. I don't know what happened, you guys. I really don't know what happened. But it's not good, and I gotta go get a new one. Luckily, they're not very expensive, so it's not a big deal, but I don't know. I'd have to find somebody to fix it, and if it's not like less than $100, I don't see the point. I might as well just buy a new one. I guess I'm not good with sewing machines. You have to get a new one too, Rhonda. And you can only hear me very low. Let me check recording devices, sounds, microphone, properties, levels. Okay, I put it up. I don't know why I went back down. That's so weird. Shouldn't have happened. I don't know why the sound went so low. I heard you can pick up good ones at the thrift store sometimes. Huh. Guess I didn't think about that. Well, the one that I always buy, Rhonda, is like $136. So I don't know. Maybe if I bought a more expensive one, I wouldn't break it. But I'm not gonna run that risk either. I always break them. I don't know what I do. My mom has hers forever, but she doesn't sew on paper or through like different mediums. She just sews like pants. So maybe that's the difference. The one you want is $150. I guess not. I don't know. I guess. Gosh darn it. I still want to do it though. I'm trying to fight for it. I am trying to fight for it. I can't believe I did the wrong side of the fabric. You can't tell because it still looks so vibrant, but it is the wrong side of the fabric. Like I said, it's just going to make it look more shabby chic. Which one are you going to get, Rhonda? What are you thinking? I don't know if the one I had did leather. Maybe. I thought I did so good. It's just I shouldn't have opened it. I don't know how that thread got stuck in there or how I should have even like tried to fix it. I don't even know. I don't know how that would have worked. Okay, you have to let this cool down a little bit. So I'm going to move it off camera and I'm going to move it around. Yeah, the fabric is still vibrant, even on both sides. Still vibrant. This one just looks tiny bit muted. Just the tiniest bit. Like 10% more muted, I would say. And there's glue up here. Okay, so here is our fabric. And now, move this around. I need packing paper. So, let's get some packing paper. One moment. Right, it's off to my left. You could also use tissue paper. However, I like to use packing paper because it's a little bit more opaque, and then I don't have to paint my book covers. So that works for me. And I get mine at Walmart next to their like shipping supplies and next to their moving stuff and their like bubble wrap and stuff. See, that part is just a tiny bit more vibrant. Just a tiny bit. And it's made even more vibrant by the heat and bond. Okay, so now the shiny part is all the glue. And then there's the fabric part. That's what's going to show. So you want to lay the shiny part down and pick a corner here to glue it down to. And then we're going to glue it down. Christy, I'm sorry. I hope everything is going well with you or that you get better soon. That would be kind of hard to manage. I hope you get better soon, girl. Okay, so now we're melting the glue down to the packing paper. And that, like I said, is going to give it some stability. It's going to give us something to add glue to add it to our book cover. And also, sometimes the book cover is like a different color and it'll show through the fabric if you use tissue paper. So using packing paper helps me avoid a step of painting the cover like I would have to. Okay. I think it's all set here. It just needs to cool down. I'm trying to get every corner. I used to measure it out, but I found it to be a lot easier to just glue it down to the packing paper and then cut around it. You started the live stream earlier than usual. Nope, I started at 9. It's 9:29 and I've been live for 28.23 minutes. The brother ST37HD. Huh. I've been thinking about changing sewing machines, but then I kind of don't want to. I'm such a chicken. It's like I already know that one, you know? So I'm kind of like, ugh. Kind of like a baby about learning a new sewing machine. I'm totally being a baby about it. Okay, no glue. Here's some glue. Okay, so here is, let me move my iron out the way. All right, I didn't do this other side. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm ready to glue it down, but I'm not. I am not. You don't want the simple one again? Huh. Oh, right, Adisti. Oh my God, maybe that's why. Oh yeah, our time changed, Adisti. I guess it doesn't for you. I don't know. I thought it was an everybody thing. Oh my God. Yeah, so our time changed on Sunday, right? I think it's Sunday. So now 9 o'clock was half an hour ago. Somebody help me explain. Explain this crazy idea. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it changed twice a year. Yes. Hi, Reem. Reem is here. Reem is here. Welcome, welcome. If you guys don't follow Reem, she does very cool videos. She does awesome flip through videos. Her junk journals are always super like embellished. Very fancy journals she makes. Again, let me try and cool this down a little bit. Oh my gosh. I'm too lazy. Yep, spring forward, fall back. I'm just waiting until my little plants like sprout little flowers, and then I want to make my succulent video. I'm just waiting. And I just bought this one plant for the second time because I killed it last summer. And it's not even summer and it's not doing good. I don't know why I can't keep it alive. Gosh darn it, I'll never buy that kind again. Okay, so here is our cover. Now we gotta cut it out. Okay, we're gonna cut this out here. Her journals are awesome. They are just so nice. She makes them really special. She really does. Okay, so maybe I can use this one for the next one. Maybe. Because I am making a little journal also. I bought this really funny little book. Kind of get a different look on them. Plus, I'm sure the journal pages were good. That's also why I buy these books sometimes. Okay, so let me see if I should even cut it out. Seems to be still a little bit too big. Let's see. Just a little bit. Let's even this out. Maybe it'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay, get my cutter out. See if I can smooth any of this out. I can afford to lose a little bit off each side. Just a little bit though. And then I'll fold it in half. A little bit better than that. One moment, that was a terrible fold in half. That was horrible. Okay, so now it's folded in half. A little bit better. There we go. Okay, so now should be a little bit more even for me. And hopefully that cut off a little bit. Yeah, it cut off just a little bit. Yep, that's good enough. Okay, so now we want to cut off these edges. Well, actually, let me glue this down. Actually. So I got my glue. And I'm just putting all over, all over. Okay, so let me get my little sweater things up. Here we go. Let me just move this glue around here. Oh, good. Almost all the alcohol ink is gone. You can still see a little bit of yellow there. Oh, here comes some red. It's too funny. Let's move this along. I still need to buy brushes. The streaks that you see, though, there's alcohol inks. Because I used this brush for that last night. So we're covering over that fabric. That's why I said it didn't matter. If it wasn't all the way glued down, that's okay. Let's make sure we get some glue in these little cracks. Okay. So now let's put this in the middle of the cover here. As much in the middle as you can eyeball it. I'm not like measuring or anything. That looks pretty good to me. Let me get this glue off my finger so I can keep on going. Make sure it's nice and down. And now what I want to do is get all this excess glue off of here. Because I kind of want to see if it's even possible for me to fold it down the spine here. It is somewhat possible still. Okay. So, next up is we are going to, I'm just going to cut just a little bit. It's like bugging me. There's like a little bit too much. So let's cut this. And you don't want to cut it all the way. You want to leave a little bit. And I like to save these little corners. I haven't figured out what for, but I've been saving them. I don't know what for. Hey, Dakota. Dakota's here. Dakota. I have been wanting to play Fallout, but I can't find any freaking fusion cores, girl. Text box is a good idea. They could be nice corner text box. Good idea. Good idea. See, I knew there was a reason why I was keeping them. I knew it. Okay, so this is what we have now. Again, I want to go through this here on the spine just a little bit. Get my little sweater up. Okay. So now on this one, since I don't want to add a spine, it should be fine to just fold it up. Okay. Because when I add a spine, usually this is too much chunk to add something else on top of it. So then it's a problem. Right now, it's not so much of a problem. It's okay. Okay, we're going to add this piece by piece. And let me just get some of this packing paper here to help me not make a mess of my little pad here. Okay, and again, it's got alcohol ink all over it. So there's that whole effect. Okay, so you're going to fold it on in. Nice and tight there. You've been reading about multiple social media shows that went on today. What? Okay, so here we're going to pinch. Good. Good, good. We're going to pinch over here too. So let's pick a side. Let's do this over here. Actually, let me do this side. Yeah, let me do this side. Smooth the glue out. Bring it on in. Now, if it was any other glue, I would say wait until the glue kind of dries, but I use this Turbo Tacky glue, and this Turbo Tacky glue seems to have very low content of water, so it doesn't seem to need that kind of time to actually get tacky. It just kind of stays tacky, which is awesome. So it doesn't need to get tacky, it just stays tacky. Okay, so let's get this glue all over here, and let's get some glue here on this little edge here because we're going to have to work with it. Let's get some more glue here. Even though I'm not going to actually do anything to it, I kind of just want to glue this book part down a little bit. But here it's good. Okay, so right, I didn't smooth it out yet. Let's smooth this out. And sometimes this part does pop off and you have to give it, a second glue. It happens. That's why you let it glue overnight. And the next day you kind of come back and glue it where it needs to be glued again. Okay, so I forgot. We're going to pinch this. Oops. We're going to pinch this corner here. Is that right? Right there. That's what it is. I'm going to pinch that corner. And we also need to pinch this corner. So it looks a lot nicer than if we didn't. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So I'm just kind of pushing it down, making sure it's nice and tight. You can take over the power station, make some, how many though? How many? I am running, so I literally have 4 of them and I've been holding on to them. Did you see that flicker? If that happens to me again, I swear. So this one time, I saw this flicker and the lights went out and I'm like, something was weird. I knew it. Okay, so this baby wipe takes the glue off my fingers. I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep them handy now all the time. Okay, so this glue is practically, and then I get glue on my hand again. So this glue is practically dry here. So let's work with this again. So this is looking real good so far. real good. I'm definitely going to have to come back tomorrow. I'm going to come back tomorrow in the afternoon and I'll go live. And I'll keep working on these covers because there's at least 2 other ones I wanted to do. And it looks like it's taking me an hour to do one. Which actually is kind of typical. These junk journals take a long time, especially when you like overly obsess about them like I do. They apparently take even longer. Okay, so let's pinch this little corner in. I gotta make it to Walmart to buy a sewing machine. Because I have to. Okay, so let's get this in here. I had already pinched that corner. It wasn't exactly a square or whatever, perfect size. So that's why we didn't get that nice corner here. It just happens. It happens all the time. Okay, so we're going to make sure, going to make sure it dries before we try folding it. Okay, so there's the cover. Why this is coming out, I don't know, but we're going to put it back into place. We're going to get it used to the shape of being like this. So you kind of just have to work the fabric into the creases. Let me even get my little thing here because it has to get used to this shape, you know? That's also why I cut this part out, because this is kind of annoying to have to do to shape this fabric into the spine. Okay, much better, much better. It's laying much better. So what it was doing is it was kind of like bubbling up here. So I kind of had to like push it in the corner, make sure that it's nice and flat. Oh, I see. We're talking about a video games. You were talking about a video game, sorry. Okay, so this is perfect. Okay. So other than using the fabric the wrong side and cutting the book cover, adding an extra step, but you can't even tell now. You really can't tell what side I ripped through. So that was the first junk journal that I got done right now. We are going to come back tomorrow to do another one. We're going to get the inside cover, the inside parts of them ready soon. I still have a lot of work to do. This is pretty much like a whole collection I'm working on. So it's going to be at least a dozen junk journals that I'm going to release all at the same time, all kind of using the same fabric. So that way I kind of use up these fabrics and get them out my system before I even decide what kind of scraps I have left and what scraps I want to sell off and everything like that. So I do want to thank everybody so much for joining me tonight. And if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And that is pretty much how you would gut a book and kind of troubleshoot through it. Now, if you want to see the rest of how I do these kind of books, you can catch me later on this week or later on next week. I do post a video pretty much every single day. So if you do like junk journal related videos, give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Actually, I'm going to go live tomorrow in the afternoon. So 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. I'll see you guys. Have a good day. Have a good night, you guys. Bye-bye.